The IMF is bailing out Pakistan yet again, and the world is supposed to pretend it doesn't know the script by heart. The crisis, the plea, the bailout, the promises, the quiet diversions, and the inevitable return to the same pit of denial. This time, however, the story is wrapped in something more dangerous, something more calculated, something more politically loaded. Because 2025 isn't just another year of Pakistan running out of money. It's the year Islamabad discovered a fresh source of confidence, its new, carefully engineered closeness to the United States of America. Washington is warming up again. The doors of the White House are open to Pakistan's army chief. And right in the middle of this diplomatic choreography comes the IMF, signing off on billions while the entire world knows exactly where Pakistan's free fiscal space tends to flow after every bailout. At what point does this cycle stop pretending to be about economics and start admitting what everyone is thinking? Hello and welcome. You're watching Statecraft with me, Geeta Mohan. Delhi's argument is clear. Money is fungible. If the IMF covers Pakistan's fiscal fire, Islamabad's own revenue can quietly slip into the shadows where it has historically maintained state-sponsored assets. India bluntly warned that these bailouts risk enabling exactly the behavior Pakistan claims to be reforming. And when the Pahalgam terror attack unfolded, followed by India's military response, the IMF itself quietly added new conditions, not because of compassion, but because geopolitical heat affects economic risk. Why does the IMF pretend otherwise? Pakistan's entire struggle with the FATF sits like a ghost over this entire 2025 bailout drama. Only in October 2022 did Pakistan finally fight its way off the FATF grey list after years of warnings, humiliations, and pressure. For 4 long years, the FATF found that Pakistan's legal, supervisory, and enforcement systems simply were not preventing terror financing. Charities used as fronts, informal money networks untouched, political reluctance to go after certain groups. And the timing is not subtle. Pakistan's lobbying machine in Washington has been aggressively reactivated, hiring firms close to the Trump administration, organizing high-level visits, pushing conferences, and executing a deliberate charm offensive fronted by its military leadership. None of this is accidental, and none of this is divorced from the IMF's willingness to keep Pakistan afloat. Can anyone still pretend the IMF is apolitical? While IMF money cannot be used for defense or terror financing, of course, explicitly prohibited in the program, the logic of fungibility remains the central concern. When IMF money fills the external financing gaps, Pakistan's domestic resources become unshackled. And that is exactly what India warns the world about. If Pakistan wants to keep feeding certain networks, certain proxies, certain operations, all it needs is fresh oxygen for its budget lines. The IMF doesn't fund terrorism directly, but it indirectly enables a state with a long record of tolerating terror financing structures. India's abstentions weren't diplomatic theater. They were a direct shot at the heart of Pakistan's credibility. IMF can deny it, Pakistan can spin it, the US can overlook it, but India will continue reminding the world that money is fungible, terror networks thrive on shadows, and Pakistan's history carries weight.